na tukaapa ya kwamba yule atachaguliwa, yule atasemekana ndio huyu, sisi tutamuunga mkono. Sasa nafikiria kamati hiyo ilimaliza kazi na ikatuelezea sisi sote, tunaona yule atakuwa kugombea hii kiti awe deputy president wa Raila Amolo Odinga ni Martha Karua. Ndio sasa akasema ikiwa si mimi naenda. Lakini siku hizo zote tuliendelea na kufanya campaigns. Na tumefanya campaigns sana za Azimio. Na yeye hakufanya campaign hata siku moja. Siku ile sasa tunamuona ni jana. Tukija kusema huyo ndio ambaye atakuwa deputy president, yeye anasema na mimi nitakuwa president. Tunajua hiyo safari tumeitembea hapo mbeleni. Mwaka wa 1997 mimi mwenyewe niliomba kura za urais. Na nilipata kura tu zile Mheshimiwa Kalonzo alipata 2007. Mwaka huo nilipata about 500,000 votes. Zile za jamii letu tu. Na nikapata actually wabunge wengi sana. Mwaka wa 2007, 10 years kutoka siku hiyo aligombea kiti ya urais. Alipata kura zile tu nilipata.
Good afternoon to you viewers. I hope you're fine wherever you are. Welcome to Talk to Africa. My name is George. Our question today is simple. Will Kalonzo Musyoka take up Raila Amolo Odinga's job offer for Prime Minister? If you're watching this channel for the first time, kindly consider subscribing to it. If you like any one of our videos down here, we'll highly appreciate if you like the videos on YouTube. Will Kalonzo Musyoka take up Raila Amolo Odinga's job offer for Prime Minister? By the way, these three people will be the most talked about and the most written about people after August 9. Stay tuned and I will tell you why. Unlike Mudavadi, who was given a placebo shot by Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Kalonzo Musyoka has a solid offer on the table. In as much as Kalonzo Musyoka yesterday launched his presidential bid, we think that bid is going nowhere. At best, that bid is going to take away votes from Raila Amolo Odinga or William Samoei Ruto or both. That is the farthest that bid can go, and that you can take to the bank. The fact that Kalonzo Musyoka actually launched his bid just hours after Raila Amolo Odinga launched his running mate tells you something that you need to know. That Kalonzo Musyoka actually is not out to win this election, but is out there to display his anger, to Azimio. The other thing that you realize is that in his bid yesterday, Kalonzo Musyoka picked a running mate from the Maasai community. We all know that the battleground for this year's general election is in Mount Kenya. Kenya Kwanza and William Samoei Ruto picked up Rigathi Gachagua a running mate from Mount Kenya. In fact, the entire consideration for running mate was just Mount Kenya. Raila Amolo Odinga too ended up with 3 Mount Kenya nominees, and that is where the battleground is. So if you just argue on the basis of the fact that Kalonzo Musyoka has picked up a running mate who is called Andrew Sankuli from Masai land, that tells you that Kalonzo Musyoka is not serious in his bid for presidency, but he is hoping on hope that there will be a runoff and he will be able to negotiate. Kalonzo Musyoka, as you know now, is not only somebody who changes his positions every other time, he is also a very angry person. Kalonzo Musyoka all along has been campaigning for himself even while in Azimio. It appears that Kalonzo Musyoka has this personal thing that he thinks that Raila conned him, and this, the presidential launch, could have been a chance for him to hit back at Raila Amolo Odinga. The other factor that made Kalonzo Musyoka launch his presidential bid is basically to throw red meat to his base. Essentially, Kalonzo Musyoka has been under a lot of pressure from his base to run for president. The entire base, I can tell you that, they know that Kalonzo Musyoka is going nowhere, but they will do a protest vote, which basically give the votes to Kalonzo Musyoka to just put him out there. And talking of votes to Kalonzo Musyoka, you know, this is certainly, if Kalonzo Musyoka doesn't take the offer by Raila Amolo Odinga, which I told you is a real deal offer, you know, and insists on hanging in there or getting 50% of government or the conditions that he's having all the time, then Kalonzo Musyoka's history will basically be history. That I can tell you for sure. So on top of throwing red meat to the base, Kalonzo Musyoka essentially has no interest, or has a little chance, let me not say no chance, has little chance of being the president of the Republic of Kenya. So what do you think? Will Kalonzo Musyoka take up the job offer by Raila Amolo Odinga for Prime Minister? I'd like you to comment. I would really appreciate it. I want to know what your comments would be on that. As I told you in the beginning, these three men, that is Mutula Kilonzo, Senator Wambua, and Dan Maanzo, will be the most talked about and written about guys after August 9th election. Unlike the 3 musketeers who fought for justice, Senator Wambua, Senator Mutula Kilonzo, and Dan Maanzo, all lawyers, are fighting for their stomach. They will be the most talked about, written about, and photographed guys in after August 9th, because if they subject Kenyans to a long, hard, difficult runoff, I can assure you they will get all the publicity, this time not on the sidelines, as in no Kalonzo, no Raila, but in the mainstream media, while Kenyans will be struggling to do a runoff. I can assure you that is the time Kalonzo Musyoka will be around and about. Will Kalonzo Musyoka take up Raila Amolo Odinga's job offer for Prime Minister? Comment, callers will highly appreciate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to Talk to Africa. My name is George.